Manufacturing process of concrete. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain the various stages of manufacturing concrete, explain the methods used in each stage. We have learned that the concrete is classified into various forms such as plain cement concrete, reinforced cement concrete, lime concrete, self-compacting concrete, high early strength concrete, etc., based on the materials used in the manufacturing process. Every such material imparts to the strength and durability of the concrete. For the manufacturing of a plain cement concrete, cement is mixed with basic ingredients, sand and coarse aggregate. Plain cement concrete embedded with steel rods is the reinforced cement concrete. When cement is replaced by hydraulic lime, it forms the lime concrete. To increase the workability of concrete, additional chemical admixtures are added along with the basic ingredients, and it forms a special type of concrete such as self-compacting concrete and high early strength concrete. In self-compacting, glenium is used as an admixture, while in high early strength concrete, slag and silica fumes are used as admixtures. Thus, the combination of various materials forms the new type of concrete. Whatever be the material, the manufacturing process of the concrete is the same. This manufacturing process includes selection, storing, and batching of ingredients, mixing them to form concrete, transportation to the site, placing of concrete, compacting, finishing, and finally curing the concrete. Let us learn further about these manufacturing stages of concrete. Selection of materials play an important role in the manufacturing of concrete, as it has a great influence over the strength, durability, and workability of concrete. Cement acts as a binding material when added with water to form a paste that binds aggregates and hardens to form mass. Aggregates have important influence on concrete as they would affect the workability. Hence, the selected aggregates should be considered for their grading and nature of particles. Once the material has been selected, they have to be stored in a proper place to prevent from the effect of environmental factors. Cement has greater affinity to moisture, and hence it should be stored in dry, leak-proof sheds. There should be minimum number of windows and closed-fitting doors in the storage building. The cement bags should be stacked on wooden planks placed above 150 to 200 mm above the floor of the shed, and a space of 450 to 600 mm should be kept all round between the exterior walls and the stacks. The cement bags are placed close to each other to reduce circulation of air. When it is required to store cement for a long period of time or during the monsoon, the stack should be enclosed completely by a waterproofing membrane such as polyethylene sheet. Aggregates are generally stored in open stock piles on the ground. Once the materials are stored properly, they can be taken for use when required. The quantity of material used in the preparation of concrete mix is called batching. It could be done in two ways: weight batching and volume batching. Weight batching is the accurate method of measuring concrete ingredients for mixing. These were done by modern concrete batching plants. A weighing platform is used in the field to pick up correct proportion of materials, which is flexible enough to produce concrete. The weighed materials are transported to the mixer pan with the conveyors. The water and cement from silos are added to the mixer pan. The concrete thus produced in the mixer pan is then transported by trucks. Volume batching. In this method, cement, sand, and aggregates are batched by measuring its volume. A gauge box made with wooden plates can measure the volume of one bag of cement, that is, 35 liters. The required amount of sand and coarse aggregate is added by measuring with the gauge box. The quantity of water required for making concrete is found after deciding water-cement ratio. Volume batching is not ideal method of batching. Wet sand has higher volume for the same weight of dry sand. Hence, the proportion may vary. This improper proportion affects the quality of concrete. Mixing of concrete. Mixing concrete is simply defined as the complete blending of the materials which are required for the production of a homogeneous concrete. This can be done manually or mechanically. Transportation of concrete. Once the concrete mixture is ready, it is transported to the work site. There are many methods of transporting concrete, which includes wheelbarrows, buckets, belt conveyors, special trucks, and pipelines or pumps. Placing and compacting. Once at the site, the concrete must be placed on the prepared surface and compacted to remove air voids either manually or with vibrators. These two operations are performed almost simultaneously. Finishing of concrete. The leveling of the poured and compacted concrete with screeds and trowels to provide a smooth texture on the top surface is called the finishing of concrete. Curing of concrete. Once it is placed and compacted, the concrete must be cured as the strength of the concrete is influenced by the moisture levels during the process of hardening. Thus, the concrete surface is kept damp by spraying water over it. The process of mixing to the final process of curing will be learnt in detail in the upcoming videos. Let us summarize what we have just learnt. Manufacturing process of concrete, selection, storing and batching of ingredients, mixing, transportation placing, compacting, finishing and curing of the concrete.